Hi, welcome to Mina Digital Studio. In this video, I will explain the simple budget spreadsheet version 1.0. This spreadsheet comes in Google Sheets and Excel version. Both versions work the same way. I will explain the Google Sheets version here and you can use the Excel version the same way. There are a few minor differences between Excel and the Google Sheets that I will explain while walking through the template. The simple budget spreadsheet has three tabs. First tab is My Budget tab, that is blank, that you will use to fill in all of your data for the month. The simple budget explains how this spreadsheet will work. It has dummy data and numbers that you can follow for your budget. And third sheet is a calendar, a bill calendar, that is a bonus. And this calendar allows you to track your bill payment dates. The first step is to create a new copy of the blank My Budget sheet, because you can use this spreadsheet for lifetime. And the best practice is to keep the main draft blank and create a new copy for every month. To create a new copy in Google Sheets, you go to this arrow, click on it and create a duplicate. Once the duplicate copy is created, you can rename that for the month. For example, I am budgeting for May 2026. Second step is add your month name here. To select the date, you can double click in the date cell, select the start date, double click in the end date cell and select the month end date. This cannot be done in the Excel version. You have to type the dates manually in Excel. Everything else is exactly same in the Google Sheets. If your currency is different from dollar, you can type in your currency symbol here and it will automatically update in all the currency cells. Third step is to add your rollover amount from the previous month. For example, 500 is the rollover amount from the previous month that you can use in this month or put them into the saving. Then you can start adding your categories. I will add some sample categories here. Once you add your categories, these drop down list will automatically update, especially the subcategory. To make it easy, I am copying the categories from the sample budget tab, but you have to type all the categories manually because you may have everything different. As you see, when you type in your category name, the currency symbol in the will automatically appear. When there is no category in the category column, currency symbol cells are blank. I am copying all the example categories from the sample budget sheet. Once I add everything, I can set the budget amount for each category. As an example, we have the budget values here. We can copy them. The budget value is the amount you expect to spend on each category for that month, and the actual amount may be different from the budget. To make it easy, I am copying all the values from the budget sheet, sample budget sheet, to make it quick. Once the budget is set, go down to the transaction table for the date in the Google Sheets, double click in the date cell and select the date from the pop-up calendar. Select the category, select the subcategory that will automatically update based on the categories entered in the relevant table, and add in the amount. Once you add the amount here, you can see this amount automatically populates in this cell. against salary. Add another date, select the category, select the expense, select the amount, add another date, select the category, select the subcategory and add the amount, whatever the amount is. Now you can compare. The salary was expected to be 4,500 and actually is 4,500. Groceries were expected to 450, but we don't yet have entered anything in groceries. Dining out is 200 expected total, but till the 5th of May, we only have dined out for $25. So you add all of your expenses for the month in this table, and they automatically add up to the relevant categories in these tables. If it is an income, it will automatically go to the actuals of the income. If it is an expense, it will automatically go to the actuals of the expenses table. And once everything is added, these graphs show the breakdown of income, expenses, and will also compare the budget and actuals. The budget amount and actual amount is the total that is in the summary table here. It compares what was your budgeted income, that is 6450, and how much you actually have earned, that is 4500. When you add your next income in the transaction table below, they will automatically update in here and chart will also update. For example, if we add another expense under groceries and add an amount, you can see the graph is now showing the groceries and dining out, and this is the actual amount, and this is the breakdown of everything for the month of May. This table, it shows top 10 spending categories based on all the information entered in the transaction table, and this is the percentage of that expense to the total expenses. For example, you spent 4,500 on groceries, and this is the 50% of total spent to date. This little progress graph shows how much you have spent from your total income and rollover amount. The white area is the leftover amount, and the brown colored chart is the total amount spent. The summary tables shows the total leftover amount, the remaining amount. This would be the rollover amount for the next month when May is ended. To create a new month for June, you again go to My Budget Sheet, click on the arrow, duplicate the sheet, rename the sheet for June 2026 and start building this for June 2026. The third tab, that is a calendar tab, it is actually a bill calendar that allows you to track the bill's dates visually. It is a dynamic calendar. You select the month from the drop down list here, you add the year and you select the week start date, and this calendar will automatically update everything. For example, if I change the month from May to June, so this is the area where you can select the month and the year. If I change the month to June, you can see the dates are automatically updated. The June is starting from Monday. The first day of June 2026 is on Monday. If I change this back to May, you can see this calendar is updated for May. This is the current date, today's date, that is 22nd May 2026. This is the weekly total for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and some months have 6 weeks, maybe a day or two for the 6th week. And this is the total monthly amount that you have to pay for bills. For the calendar entries, you add all of your bills from the monthly table. These are your bills. You can replicate them in the bill calendar. You add their amounts and the due dates, and everything goes under the relevant due date. For example, mobile phone plan is payable on 5th. It goes to the 5th of the month. High speed internet and streaming bundle is payable on 7th. Both of them go under the 7th of the month, and so on. This is how the bill calendar works. In the Excel, in the dates cells, you have to type in dates manually. You cannot select the dates by double clicking in the cell and selecting from the pop-up calendar. You have to type in the dates manually. And to create a new copy of the sheet, you right click on My Budget, that is a blank sheet, and click on Move or Copy. Then move to End or wherever you want it to, maybe before sheet sample budget, and must check Create a Copy. Then click OK. A new copy will be created. Right click again, rename it, and add your budget month. Everything else is same. If you have any questions related to this budget spreadsheet, you can message me on my Etsy inbox. I am available 24/7 to reply to your queries. Thank you.